is what we do. No guidebooks here, just do it bold. Legends are made in grease and gold. It's more than cars, it's heart and soul. Creating drive that takes control. Let's break the mold, stretch the land, chasing the thrill with tools in hand. Welcome to Redskin Garage today, where the sparks fly and tools play. With every twist, turn and grind, you'll find a dreamer's state of mind.
Yep, been doing some organizing. Still a mess. It is still a mess. Let's see here. Clean this mess up, man. The remote's out of the remote department. Put them back. Put them back where they go. Put them back, man. Put them back. Put it back. When you ain't using them, put them back. You see them laying around, put them back. Really? Hang on, get up and put it back. You just see it there, don't just leave it. Put it back, man. Put it back. Right now, you know what I mean? Not later, because you're going to forget about it later. As soon as you see it. Put it back. Take a seat here. We got the dresser out of the way. Got all the wires cleaned up. Yeah, I've been working at it, man. Trying to get the movies watched up. Couple hundred to go. No exaggeration. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It holds 10 in one full stack on the shelf. 2 rows, so there's 20 per row. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I know there's one's missing, so it's less than 100. But in this box right here, we got a bunch more to watch. Let's see here. So, we got all the wires cleaned up. Passed them up under here. Up under the game table. Run them back and wrapped them around. Run them through there for the amplifier. And I got all my little 1/4-inch wire wrapped up so it's nice and tidy. My guitar jacks. I need to put strings on it. I got them. But I'm kind of busy right now, so. I got new string trees. Yay. They are really nice. Fender ones. Some things were $10. But well worth it. Well worth it. They are much nicer than the other ones. I gotta get a new nut. And, I gotta get a luthier's tool set and learn how to do some of that stuff. Learned a lot about the guitar. Anyway, got it all wrapped up. Got my chorus pedal hooked up. I even got it decorated over here. A little pool table, some mini cards, and mini dice for my tuner. Yeah. Look forward to the diorama. That's gonna be cool. That'll be really cool, man. You guys will enjoy that. I love diorama. But anyways, check this out. Ta-da! Cleaned them all up here. It's just an extra little bag I need to put in there. Put it in there right now. Can you see it? Put it in there. At least I moved it closer to home last time. That's the idea. Put your objects closer to home than they were before. Then when you have a gigantic pile, then you should have room on the floor to spread everything out from that one pile of specific things that belong in that department. Like, for instance, if you were to go around your house and dig through every table and surface, the flat surfaces all in your house, every single one of them, clean them off, throw them in a bucket, stack the buckets, so that way you have nothing but buckets in your house. And then you were to take one bucket at a time, dump it out, and you find 5 guitar picks in there. Put those guitar picks with things that you know are going to be musical equipment is going to be your music department. Stack them. Don't go playing with them. You still got work to do. You got more buckets, remember? So, everything else goes where it belongs. Put the movies with the movies. I'm sure there were movies along with guitar picks. What are they doing? Mixed up. Anyways, by the end of it all, you'll come to find out you have a million of everything. And it will all be organized. It is definitely doable. These aren't really organized like I wanted them. They're just put in here because I got them. But this is so cool. Guitar pick holder. Man, they hold them all and keep them from getting scattered out all over the table. It's so much nicer. Whew. That is so nice. I got a little zip pouch in there. The whole thing zips up. I actually leave it unzipped. Because, you know, you use a zipper every day. They'll wear out, so. I try to leave it unzipped. So if I ever need to take it somewhere, I know it's gonna zip. What am I doing? I need my pointer stick. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. What's our mouse doing on it? A mouse on the pool table. Alright, let's see here. Kid up the road brought me this. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to him, as far as I know. But he expects me to buy chords for it, so, and I do want to hear it anyways. I might try to buy it from him. Tristan, how much you want for it, man? Didn't you say your daddy gave you this? Yeah. I might try to buy it from you, but anyways. This is cool, man. 2 pedals. I don't know how to use it because it needs chords. MIDI chords. If anybody knows anything about MIDI controller chords and... Like, I don't understand. Will this work with a guitar? Or not? I hope it does. Because look at all these little... Look. It's got a screen up here. I don't know. See? It's got distortion. I ain't never seen something like this, man. This is so cool. I got my chorus pedal hooked up. Routed. Tried to keep my wires tidy, man. Because it just looks like crap if you don't. It's like, man. Anyways. Yeah. Come on, Cue-Ball. Do some thinking. Let's see here. Yeah, we got some more stuff to go through in the literature department. I don't think you can see it, but there's a bunch of books back there. Anyway, a bunch of books up here, too. Where, these all still need to be organized, but anyways. I got a poster frame from a chord poster. Look at this chord chart, man. This thing is cool. Look at all these chords. This is cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah. Oh. And I got stickers. My guitar. They're plastic stickers, too. Yeah, that's nice, man. Every note on the fretboard labeled. That's gonna make deciding what chords are really easy. Be able to look at the root note so much easier. And then, this stickers will come in so much handy. You have no idea, because they're color coded. What is that? An A? Except for the A and the F. Really, it's supposed to be orange. You probably see it better than I do. I don't know. When you look at it in real life, it looks like the same color to me. The F is black letter, and the A is a white letter. But this is a red surrounding, and this is an orange surrounding. It's supposed to be. Anyways. They're pretty close. They could have used, some other color, pink. I don't know, man. They could have done, they could have done that better, but they only come with, this comes with this chord chart, this one, and 2, it came with some guitar picks. It came with, yeah, I think that's it. Some guitar picks, the stickers, and the chord chart. It came with 2 sets of stickers. So 12, it runs to the 12th fret, and that's it. But the stickers fit. These types of stickers, I got 2 sets. Because I thought they would only come with 1 set per. So I got 2 sets just to see which ones I like better. It turns out, these ones aren't exactly sized right. Like, the first fret for that set of stickers is too small. Like, the notes don't match up with the nut slots. So, yeah, something to note, they're also not color-coded. And, it is kind of difficult to pick out your notes. But, if I had used both of these sets of color-coded ones, down here at the 13th fret, it is wider than this set. So the first fret stickers wouldn't be wide enough. It would look strange down here. But these ones actually came with frets 13 to 18. So I went ahead and ran them down there, and they fit just fine. For the most part, the strings pretty much line up with them. Then I took the second set and went down to 21st fret. So 18, 19, 20, 21. So I used like basically two sets of stickers, but yeah, I had to use some stickers off. I had to use one whole entire set of color-coded frets 13 to 18 of the black ones, because that's all they had. And then obviously the black ones came with two sets too, and this. But obviously, if I had restarted here, if I had roundabouted and kept going with the black ones, it would have been smaller again. These are actually, for it to roundabout, it actually fit out better. It's not perfect. You see how one note is farther in than the other? See how that's all? This one is all the way to the edge, and this one has like a little space of black right there. And that's because I had to roundabout the stickers to get them up there. But these fit better than roundabouting to the black ones, because the black ones are even smaller. Like more narrow spacing between the letters.
Let's see here. What else have I done? Learning. We've done a bunch of scales. I need to show you guys my scales. That'd be cool.
Have scale races with all my guitar YouTube buddies. Look at this. I also got another guitar. It's kind of cool. It was $20 off of Craigslist. Yeah, some guy bought it for his kid. He shouldn't have bought this thing for him. He really should have went ahead and, I'm guessing it was his son. He should have went ahead and not bought this, because this was a piece of crap. Let me see if I can show you guys here. First off, those holes, the screws, are for the intonation adjustment to start off with. The screws were in the top holes. That's not a good thing. Miss Redskin went to Buc-ee's. Got me a sticker. Anyways, let's see here. Yeah, and the strings were run through. They were run through the bottom hole and up and through the bridge. So this intonation screw was jamming into the string. Like, how are you gonna intonate with that? That was bad. This thing was up so high. The string action's ridiculous. I don't understand why there's a hangover bridge. I mean, a hangover neck. It's like a little gap there. I don't understand. Yeah. This nut is too tall.
Right. I mean, a whole bunch of things. I need a new nut for this guitar. That'll make it a lot better. But to do that, I'm gonna need a set of luthiers tools, or at least a gauge. What do they call it? Radius gauges. A set of radius gauge.
So that way I can measure the radius of the neck and decide which size nut I'm going to need to begin with. And then also, even if it weren't that, like if I had just went out and bought any old nut and stuck it in there and it happened to be perfect, right? So you want the radius. This little slot right here, they're radiused. They can be put that way. They're not always, but they can be. So you want the bottom of this nut resting flat against the bottom of this slot. I mean, as flat as possible. Well, so even if I went out and bought a brand new nut and it just so happened to be the right size and it fit perfect, it was radiused perfect on the bottom. Fell over or something? Let's see. If it were radiused on the bottom perfectly, already to begin with, then the problem I would still have is that the nut slots aren't quite radiused to the bottoms of the strings. Or they may not be, I don't know. This one looks like it actually is, but, you know, you really can't tell without, without a radius gauge. You're gonna need a radius gauge to be able to figure that out. Yeah, the bottom of the string has to be equal with the other bottoms of the strings. So that way, the downward distance from when you push this, when the string's up in the air all by itself, the bottom of the string should be just as far from the fret as the next string. So that way, no matter the thickness of the string, when I touch the top of the string with my finger, the distance it has to travel to touch the fret is the same as every other string. That's what you want. You want the string, the bottom portion of the string, the actual part of the string that touches the fret. You want that just as tall as the others. So that's one thing you have to do that in two spots. One here and one here at the bridge, and you're supposed to set the whole bridge accordingly. You're supposed to set the whole bridge accordingly to be radiused with the fretboard, but also tall enough not to give you string buzz. which would never actually happen if your frets. You really used to be radius checking your frets, right? That's another thing I was thinking about. Why do people go in here? They'll do a fret job, right? And they'll take all the frets off, and then sit there and smooth the fretboard, right? And then they'll radius the fretboard too, right? Okay, well first off, so you didn't have to smooth it. It's just removing extra material that you already did. I should pull up a video and show you this crap. I'm saying, like, you're just doing too much. So all you need is that radius. First off, all you need is the radius board. Secondly, you gotta start off. When you're doing that, they're doing it with a flat neck. Or it could even be with a little bit of a bow in it. There's several reasons why this is all wrong. Several reasons why this is all wrong. To me, it should have a slight bow in it. A little. And, when you remove the frets, you don't even have to remove it in any wood material at all. All you really need to do is just clean out the fret slots. Not violently. I'm talking about with a toothbrush or something, man. Get in there with a little fine brush and a vacuum. Get it out, and that's it. And replace your frets, man. Your frets are radius for that machine. So you can, if you got that, you can radius. Your frets are going to be what your string's touching. I don't understand why you want a radius fretboard. Not to mention, after all of that, then they'll level the fretboard, right? With no strings on it. So there's no tension on the neck, bowing it a little bit. There's a little bit more of a bow, because these strings got excess pressure pulling the neck, really. It's like 80, 90, 100 pounds sometimes. If you got them thick boys, it's a lot of pressure being pulled by them strings. All 6 of them. So, now you got your fretboard flat on a table with no strings on it. So now it's flat. And your neck's flat, and it's radiused, and your frets are flat, and they're radiused. And then you put tension on it with strings, and now your fretboard is no longer flat anymore. So, what did you want? You know what I mean? Like, I guess you could turn the truss rod back. If you went through all that, you could turn the truss rod back and make your neck just flat anyway. I guess. That'd work. That'd be pretty cool. But, I don't see people doing it. I see them put the strings on and call it good. I'm like, no, that ain't right neither. You know, what? There's a lot that goes into these. A lot. But really, I don't understand why you radius the fretboard if you're going to radius your frets, too. I mean, what, does it just look nicer? I mean, you know, you can get away with a little bit, man. You can get away with a little bit of leeway, but yeah. You really don't need to sand it to begin with, make it smooth and get all the nasty gunk off. You just want to radius it, and that's it. That's it. Do no more than that. And then level your frets with a radius thing. Simple. Yep. Yeah. Some of the work I see people doing on these contradicts itself pretty badly. Anyway, let's see what else we can show you. So yeah, that came with a couple sets of strings actually. One of them was D'Addario stainless steel strings. I was like, daggone, that's cool. These tuners ain't that great on it. But $20, man. I mean, hey, came with some guitar picks, a bag that I put my Donner headless guitar in here.
And I put away my acoustic, because I hardly ever play it, man. But, if I want to, it's there. It's a different sound I can play with. Anyways, let's see here. I also got a guitar cord with it. That's pretty cool. So I'm actually able to run my chorus pedal now. Finally. It might be a cheap one. It's really thin. And actually, this side doesn't... It doesn't work too well. You have to have it a certain way. But I can get it to work. Now I can play my funky sounds. That's pretty cool. Now let's see what else we got going on here. And with that black pack of stickers, yeah, I don't know, I think I told you this, but yeah. That come with it. Oh. Any naysayers? You might have said to yourself, watching that video, saying, oh, it only worked because, well, now the pickup's technically closer to the string. You know, I had to move these down to where they're flush to get it to actually fit the larger magnets in there. And so you may say, well, as soon as you put it in there, now the pickup's closer to the string, of course it's going to be louder. But, on the contrary, when I put this magnet on this pickup and raise it up to a certain point of the string, eventually, this magnet will suck the string down to the magnet, and it will be stuck to the magnet. The string will be stuck to the magnet. And when I take it off and raise the pickup even more to where it was just the same height as when I had this magnet on, it will not stick to the magnet of the pickup by itself, being the same height, which means these magnets are stronger than these magnets, which means there is a bigger magnetic field to absorb the sound of the string, which gives me more tone. Subscribe. Really, go on Amazon. It's like $10, $15, $20. Get you a cube of these things. They're little tiny ones. Little teeny tiny ones. And man, come on. Spend some money. I don't know which ones they was. Get a couple sizes of them. And you'll end up with the right ones. They didn't cost that much, man. And stick them on your refrigerator when you're done with them, cause you can stick needles and stuff to them. And then you'll never have a bad place to have a needle. You know, like a sewing needle, you know. You always know it's stuck to the magnet. Yeah, sticking needles to magnets, man. I do it. Look here. Some more organizing. I need to organize the magnets, but they're magnets, so. See? Always a safe spot for a needle. It never goes anywhere. And when I'm done with it, I make sure I put that sucker back. If you ever left one of these in the carpet, oh, you'll never lose one again. On purpose. For real. You will never lose one again on purpose. Not even play it. Not even kidding around, man. Let's see. Yeah. I got these weights over here. I've been using them for footstools. Give me something to prop my foot up on. I need to put them back so I can use them. Got my other little cheese wheel top over there. But anyways. This Redskin bought me some fretboard oil. Orange Glow. Wood furniture polish. Yep. This actually has orange oil in it. This. Yeah, I was looking at some of the other cans that look like that from Walmart when I went and got this. And, I used it a lot. You know, it's almost gone. But I think it's just silicone spray. Yeah, with a lemon scent. It might be. It feels like a light oil or something, man. I don't know. But this. Let's see. Ingredients. Yeah, you can. This has the ingredients on it, written on it, so. It's basically, the aromatized alkanes. That is, basically, that is, like gasoline, more or less. It's some kind of petroleum distillate, basically. Super clean. And if you might think that that's a bad thing, well, what do you think petroleum jelly is? Gasoline, man, you're putting it on your face. But anyways, so, let's see here. Mineral oil, yeah, figures. Which to be honest with you, a lot of fretboard oils be mineral oil. Anyway, so, orange oil, that's obvious. Dimethicone, I forget what that is. Fragrances, Sorbiton, Oleate, whatever that is. Yeah, I looked all these up. It's really not that bad for you. Yeah. And then, I was looking around, I found this under the sink. Some old English says lemon oil, so, I don't see any ingredients on here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any ingredients on here, but all it says is lemon oil. So, I'm gonna keep doing that. I got all my guitar, accessories. I got my strings in here, but
tools and things. Except for my string winder. I'm getting ready to put my strings on sometime. Sometimes, I'm putting them on there. I'm gonna do my scales, man. You know, it's 300 beats a minute. Do my scales. They're pretty quick.
Now let's see. Today, cleaned off the top of the dog cage. And now, I'm going through some sewing stuff. Woohoo! Yeah, I gotta get this crap cleaned up. This episode's just gonna be a little bit of a rant, I think. Because I do got one more thing I also want to talk about. This whole cleaning up business. I was just telling the kid who came over here, because I know their house is a mess too. It ain't all their fault, man. 20 people living in the house, it seems like. Lord have mercy on them. In a house that's like smaller than this almost. It might be about the same size, honestly. Could even be bigger, but. So, basically, what I told him was, I tried to explain to him, so that way he can get a little bit farther along in his music path. Imagine, alright, just for a second. If you went to Walmart, okay, to get the things you needed for work, to pack your lunchbox, some donuts, some little mini donuts, your little mini muffins, your bananas, your apples, your little canned soups, whatever you're gonna take, your ham sandwiches, imagine. Alright? If you went into Walmart, right, and this is some of the crap you had to dig through to get your ham sandwich. Imagine if all of this was on the shelf at one time, and the ham was somewhere in there. But also the same kind of ham, just a couple more feet down the road there, along with who knows what. Soap stuff and stationery items like pencils, paper, and man, if the aisles looked like that, you would never come back. Not only that, nobody would work there because they'd never know us. They would never know where anything new goes. When you get new things in, they go on the shelf. Where on the shelf? With the things that's like them. You know, they even organize them by brands. You don't put Hillshire Farm ham with the Great Value ham. You don't put them one after the other on the little pokey thing hanging up in the cold racks. So that way you gotta dig all the way through the back to get your boar's head to see if they even got it. You know, you can't. No. You gotta organize so that way you can come in. It has to be organized. So that way you can come in and find what you need, like a department store. That's why I keep calling them departments. This is a stationery department. You won't find nothing but stationery items over here. You know, you ain't gonna find movies. You ain't gonna find the movies over here. Nothing but stationery items. Beside that, what goes with stationery items? Computers. What's a computer? It's electronic. Okay, so we got electronics over here now, which means cameras, digital ones, which means lenses, which means now you've got an optics department. I mean, you got one thing after the other. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gotta see, and then along with electronics, well, you're gonna need something to do with electronics. You know, your DVDs or your movies or your video games or your music. It goes one after the other. And then everything, like, I'm telling you, things have got to be organized so you can easily find what you need. You know what you have. You know, if it's like, for instance, right here. Say if I had a lamp over here in the box, a lamp over there, and a lamp in the room somewhere. Under crap like this. Okay? Now with money in my pocket, I'm just gonna go buy a new lamp. And use it and lose that one too. But now organized, I know that when I go to the store, even if it's a good deal, I know without thinking about it that I don't need it and I don't have to buy it. Like, it might be a good deal. It might be 10 cents. But if I already got 3, I didn't need it. Somebody else can have it, man. I mean, unless I needed 4, Like if I had a specific application for 4, but until you get it organized, you'll never know. You'll never put the application into the process. You'll never get around to the projects you always wanted to do. So, like, again, things have got to be organized so you can find what you're looking for easily. Then you could also put it back. In fact, you could look. You could actually look. You could have things so well organized that it creates a silhouette when things are missing. So that way you know something's missing and you know exactly what went there. Because the silhouette will show you. I mean, it's like you spray painted it. Now you know it's not there. It is crazy how it works. It works so well. You don't even have to remember that something's missing. Like, you have to think about it no longer. One last thing to think about? Yeah, you have to think about it no longer. So that way, when you come and see, and then you're just like, oh, well, I know exactly where it's at, and plus I got hundreds of them. If I want it, I can buy it, and bring it home and put it exactly where it goes. If I brought a new lamp home, where do you think it would go? What do you have the 3? And when I need one, I'm going to pull it out and use it. And then when I'm done with it, I'm going to put it back. Put it back. You know, where you had it organized because you spent so many hours cleaning it. Put it back. And then it'll be there for next time you need it. Like, it will be even easier to put it back once you get it organized. Because it's just like, you don't even have to remember where it goes. It's basically silhouetted. And yeah, I need to test some of these batteries and stuff. That's what they're doing up here. Electronics. And, yeah, I got a whole bunch of batteries needs tested. But, yeah, batteries. So, I got my battery testers and chargers and things in there. But, yeah, it's been getting piled up. So, like, as I bring things home, I'll put it, at the very least, put it closer to home. Right? I mean, come on, man. And then, even still, as long as you put it as close as possible to home. Like, look, this isn't where it goes in here. But it's pretty daggone close, man. As close to its home. As close to its final resting state, right? So I can mound this up. I can mound it. I mean, pile it. I mean, really dirty it up. I can take and shake this whole table up and mound it up. But it's still, all of it is going to be stationary items. So you know what you do? After it gets piled up, you take it. And you spread it out on the floor. Right? Spread it all out. And then you really take your time and just organize it. And then you look, and you play a mental Tetris. And actually, Tetris does help with this. Legitimately. No matter what you think. That helps with your spatial organization. Spatial organization. It doesn't say nothing about the itemization or whatever word you want to call it. It won't tell you where to put the items. It just tells you what fits where, like the shapes of things. That's what that helps with. So you can cram things in pretty tight and actually make the silhouette better. Yep. And you may say, well, I ain't got floor space like you. Well, you can do a couple things, right? So you can take it, you can pile it all up in totes, stack them totes. Stack them. Then you have some floor space. Or you can take and start going through the totes and start making the piles. You know, it ain't gotta start out in a tote. It could be literally a pile on the floor. Just like literally, if I were just to take my arm and wipe it all off. Whoosh! Right in the floor. Then, you know, and then take this and throw it all on top. And take that bucket and dump it all on top of it. Dump it all on top of it and then shove it in the corner. You know, you can just take one piece at a time, right? So if I were just taking, dump it all that what I just said, just take it all and dump it in the floor. Let's say it's been there for months. Or maybe it's in the corner, maybe it's over here by the trash can or something. It doesn't matter where it's at, you just take one piece of it, right? Just one piece. Let's see here. Let's see. So it's just an example. It's electronics. Where's it go? Where's the electronics, right? Electronics, yeah, all my chargers and stuff. Yep. That's where it's gonna go. So then when you get it all piled up, then you take and spread it out and reorganize it. You can organize as you go, but then when you get new pieces, you won't know where to bring them. So really, it's best to pile it before you organize it. So that way you know everything's over here. Like, it's like, if I were to organize all this T-top perfectly exactly how I wanted it, and then I went through one of them totes and found 36,000 more items for the stationery department, and then it's like, oh, well, that's definitely not gonna fit. Then you got to wipe it all back off and do it all over again. So you might as well just make one big pile to begin with, unless
it becomes so much of a pile that it starts encroaching the floor, like, taking up floor space. Then you have to. Because if you gotta reach over here, because I've had piles like that, where you gotta reach over to place the next object that belongs in that department, well, that's when it's time to take that pile and make it smaller. Meaning organize it. Meaning play Tetris with your items. And not just Tetris. Organize Tetris. Put all your batteries together, Put your lamps together. Put your scales together. You got put all your pencils together. You see a pencil, make a pile of pencils. Daggone. Select a spot. Designate the spot. Use the spot. Put the things in the spot. Every time I find a pencil, where is it going? There's not a pencil anywhere in this house except for where it belongs. There's not a pencil up here. There might be a lot of crap up here. There's a quick little pan there. A whole bunch of crap up there. A whole bunch of crap in the bathroom. So there ain't no pencils in here, man. There ain't no pencils in my room. There ain't no pencils in here, right? Now, if I need a pencil, where am I going? To the stationery department. Man, you know what else belongs with a fucking pencil? There ain't a single sheet around here that ain't in this department. Really, seriously, there's not a single sheet that's not in the department that doesn't belong in the department. You get what I'm saying. I could go on and on and on and on. And on and on and on. Even if that means dumping one of them boxes out, dump it all out on the floor, right? And if you just pick out one pencil and walk it over here, I don't care if it's all the way across the yard, you walk out one pencil and you put it in its place. I am so serious. And then by the end of the day, you'd be moved about 600 pencils. Be like, daggone, I got a bunch of pencils. I don't guess I gotta buy any more pencils. Even if I got a good deal on them, even if I got them for free, I could refuse them. Because I know I already got, I can't hold no more pencils, man. I can't hold no more pencils, I have to get a bigger bucket. And I can only write one at a time. Daggone. I do got colors though. Markers and pens. And a pen of every different color, so. Yeah, it might seem ridiculous. Take that one pencil. Take that one battery. Look. There ain't one battery in this house. Ain't where it's supposed to go. Look. You was digging through crap, right? Let me open this drawer and say, oh, look at all this. I know it was in here somewhere. And you say, here it is. That battery. Yep, I needed that battery. No, we ain't doing that. Right? You can bring him at least closer to home. So that way later you can take him, put him with all his little battery friends. Even if he's dead, just put him where he goes. Because you get a tester and test them all at one time. Because you know how many you got. Right? Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. People make me sick. Oh. Yeah. Then you got toiletries mixed in with here. Good. They can go buy new toothpaste. You already got 6 tubes in here somewhere. Right? So yeah, clean your department. Or that way when you bring stuff in, you're not going to know where it goes. You're going to have no clue where to put it. You're just going to set it down somewhere. Like say for instance, you got a cold. Or some allergies or something, right? Allergies come once every year. Right? How many years in a row? And you're going to sneeze for a couple months. Right? You're going to go out to the store. And you're going to get you that bottle of Zyrtec, Claritin, Equate, whatever you can get. You bring that sucker home. You take you one. You go, oh, that feels better. Yep. You might even put it in the bathroom with all the other crap. Yep. And then you set it down. Set it down there. So, my allergy medicines. Okay. You set them down there. And you remember where he's at, right? You remember where he's at. It's right here. Because you're going to need it tomorrow. You're going to remember, but a couple months passed, and now maybe you went and got another bottle or something. Right? Or maybe you didn't take them every day, and you just got a little leftovers. Happens to me. So you leave that bottle there. And then you go on to work. And then you get paid, and, well, now you're bringing more stuff in. You went to the garage sale, and you went to Walmart, and you went to Ollie's, and you went to here or there, and you're like, oh yeah, I want that. I got the money. I can buy it. I can get that. Yeah, I need one of them, because, well, can't really find my other. I can't even get to it. I'm going to go in and grab it so I can do this little project. And then you bring it home, and you set it on top of that pill bottle. You set it somewhere close. You set it. You know, now it's covered up. Now you can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. It's like, where'd the pill bottle go? Where'd my Zyrtec go? You know, it might sit there all year. Right? All year till next year. And then you're like, where'd that pill bottle? I know I bought some last year. Well, if you put it where it goes, you know, with the rest of the pharmaceuticals in the medications department, you know, where most people, or at least in the movies, they usually keep it in the bathroom. You know, I mean, come on, man. You know, if you had them all in here, at least, even if it's piled up, they would be all right here. You never have to look very far, at least. I have these even labeled. I don't know if you can see that. It says gastrointestinal, NSAIDs, which is just headache medicines, and allergy pills. So everything internally, right? I got about 10 bottles of Zyrtec in there from doing exactly what I just described to you. Look, there's a box of Claritin right now. At least he's closer to home. I'm not even playing. I'm not playing this at all. I'm so serious. You know, come on. Bag of cotton balls. They go with the... See what I mean? They go with the gauze. Come on. The battery's back. I mean, not the batteries. The Band-Aids is back there, too. And here's some more stuff I gotta put away. But at least it's closer to home. It's in the bathroom, man. I mean, come on, man. I'd like to hit some people in the head. Because you can tell until you blue in the face, but I swear. Never do no good. Yeah, I'll never do no good. And so, all these tools and crap, there's crap that have come out of piles like I described to you too. You see, there's mostly tools and stuff that need to go out through the garage. But I gotta get the garage clean so I can have a place for them. Because these are basically, to me, these are like the garage sale items that, that I have brought home, and then now I need to put them away. But they're all tools. It's all tools that I brought out of the house. Like, you know, you go out of the garage or out to wherever and bring a tool inside and do your project. Maybe plumbing went out, and then you had to replace the little seal in top, or I don't know, man, something with a screwdriver. Maybe your sink started leaking. You brought a pair of pliers in. And then you finish the job, set the pliers on the table. Well, now it's time for bed. I mean, you wake up in the morning, it's time for work. You come home, y'all ladies done got home and set this right on top of the pliers. Out of sight, out of mind, you don't even think there was a pair of pliers here. You don't even remember. If you would have had a completely organized garage, at least, even if that did happen, you could walk back out there right. You not even have to remember it's there. You just walk back out there and you see the silhouette where it's missing. And now you know, where'd that pair of pliers go the last time I had them? Oh, that's right. Yep, that's right. That's right. I remember exactly where it's at now. I remember exactly where it's at now. Yeah. Yep. It's the way it goes, man. It's not my idea. This is none of my idea. This is not the way I do things. This is the way things are done. Honestly, it's not my idea. This is like, but you could call it Walmart's idea. Really, my uncle, Lynn, gave me this idea. It's not even an idea. It's just like you had to show me. You had to show me how to organize. Organization is not a natural skill. It's not for me. And I know for a fact it ain't for a whole bunch of other people too. But it is the skill to have. If you got that, you got it, man. You got it. I'm telling you. Wait till you see what I'm going to do with all this. You know, you might even think, oh, I just got too much crap. You might. But you'll never actually know until you have it organized. Like, for instance, all these movies and crap. Yeah, there's a lot. Yes, it's too much. But until you actually put them in here and realize that you physically have no more space for them, you won't know. You won't actually know that you have too many. Like, what I'm saying is, you also may throw away things that don't need to be thrown away. Like, just because you're upset with it. You know, you're tired looking at the mess. Well, if you do that, it's cheating. You're out of sight and out of mind type of thing. If you do that, it's cheating. Like,
You can't dig your way out of a hole until you learn to dig your way out of a hole. If you do that, if you get rid of them all, throw them away or sell them, then what you're going to do is turn around and bring more crap in the house and do exactly the same thing with the new crap. You haven't learned a skill at all. You've just reinforced your horrible habits. Honestly. Seriously. I am not even playing. Having a job for that reason is the problem. It's not even the job, it's the problem, it's the money. It's not even the money, it's the extra money. It's just... Money is an evil thing. It will cause so much heartache, man, I'm telling you, just... Like, if you have all these movies packed up in totes, you won't know they were actually too much. You might just look at them like a bunch of totes and be like, oh, that's too many, let's get rid of them all. If you had any inclination to keep them at all, like, oh, I may have wanted that, don't sell it, because then you're going to be regretting that you sold it, right? Because you'd be like, oh, I wish I could have kept it, you know, I wish I still had it, and oh, I shouldn't have sold it, and you'll never actually know 100% if you never had room for it to begin with, unless you actually organize it and put it where it goes along with all of its friends. And then if you had all the shelves stacked with movies and you still had more to go, that's too many. Like, if you have no more place to organize your things, that is too many. Not just because you don't have any more room for things. If you don't have any more room because it's all piled up crap, it needs organized, and it will smash itself down about 10 times the size. And you'll be much happier with it.
Be on the lookout for part 2, where I clean some more crap up.
So I guess that's all for now. Here's the outro.
Redskin